Just before we continue moving through the highlights of this game, we want to jump straight out to the Bernabeu because Guillaume Balaguer is with Toni Kroos. Let's listen in.
Toni, this was a game in which you did the usual thing. You kept the ball for long periods and you had moments that took the game into your hands.
Yeah, what's the question?
Just want to see if you agree with me.
Yeah, sure. A lot of things went good. The same we prepared them. Others not. I think there are some things we can improve. Several times we lost the ball a bit too early. Could have created some more chances. Was my feeling on the pitch. Could have played with one more at the end, a bit more fast to create a bit more. But okay, at the end the result is fine. Good advantage for next week.
In the second half is what you're saying, having the advantage of playing against 10. You perhaps were waiting again for one or two moments when you could have gone for the game a bit more aggressively, perhaps.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said before. If we maybe we could have pushed a bit more. But of course, there's always, the danger, to run into counter-attack. So you always have to take care of this. So at the end, I think it's a good result and was a good game. Maybe one or two goals were possible, but also Chelsea had 1-2 good chances first half. So we take the result, take this advantage, and hope to get it down next
game. Real Madrid against Chelsea. Real Madrid dominating Chelsea in Madrid. They take that 2-goal lead now to Stamford Bridge. How did you feel that Chelsea acquitted themselves, Jamie?
They were quite dangerous, I would say, in the first 10 or 15 minutes. They looked like they could cause big problems on the counter-attack. Had a couple of opportunities through Felix and Raheem Sterling. But it was always going to be a difficult ask. I don't think anyone felt Chelsea were going to go there and get a result. So the fact they found themselves down to 10 men for a large part of the game in the second half, come away with a 2-0 defeat, it could have been a lot worse. But I just think with the goal-scoring record and the lack of belief that they will get goals, I just don't see how they can come back from that first leg. But, as I said, considering where they are, it could have been a lot worse, and the tie could have been completely out of sight when you think of some of the circumstances going into the game. So it gives them a glimmer of hope.
You do wonder whether it could have been different had João Felix managed to make more of the opportunity that he had early in the game and kind of set the tone differently, Thierry?
Moments. I always talk about it. When you play in the Champions League, you have to take your chances and make the other team makes mistakes if you cannot take advantage of what it is. Exactly what I always say here. They were lethal on the counter at the beginning, and here João Felix has the ball, and on his second touch, cut across the defender straight away. Make him make a foul, or he has to let you go 1v1. It could have been a red. At the end of the day, you don't finish. Courtois saves it. But this is a chance that you have early against Real Madrid away. You have to take it. He didn't take it. I think he should have gone across. He could have cut back on his left foot there, but he's not confident at the moment, and they paid the price at the end.
Why are they not confident though, Thierry? What's happening with the quality players that they have in the squad? They've had a new manager.
Yeah, and you would like to think that João Felix would have had the composure in the box. Don't get me wrong, I've been in those situations. It is not easy. But what was easy for me is for you to have the awareness that you need to cut across. That's the first thing you learn as a centre forward. When you guys are chasing, and I know you're chasing, I cut across. Slow, a quick striker, whatever it is, because he will give you the advantage of having a 1v1 or a red card. Then after, when he goes on his right foot, he dummies one time, come back. But I've been in that situation. Although I would like to think that I was composed in the box. But when you're not scoring, you start to lose.
Is it overthinking it a little bit?
Yeah, you overthink it. Or I do believe that you always have time in the box, football time. When you're not scoring, it seems like that time is really fast. You don't have that pause anymore and you kind of lose it.
You've been a coach, you've been a manager, one of the best strikers we've ever seen. You're in charge of that group of players. Can you change that? Could you change that in terms of these players we're talking about in terms of scoring goals? There's not a natural goal scorer in the team. Can you improve Felix to get goals? Sterling, Havertz, could you change that?
It's tough. You're going to talk. He's going to have to come with goals. Goals helps. If they score, then you kind of feel like suddenly you shoot from everywhere and you're going to score. And you can't explain also why suddenly that guy out of nowhere starts scores from everywhere. But the job of a manager is to try to get in their brain, make them feel better and comfortable. But when you're not scoring, I don't care how much you're going to speak. As a striker, sometimes you start to doubt yourself. But the job of the coach is to try to bring you to this type of places. After, it's difficult to control a guy that is not scoring. You know, it's going to have to happen with goals, and he needs to be confident. You're going to speak. They have guys that can help, you know, and talk and mentally and stuff like that. But at the moment, it's not working. And I had a guy, obviously, as you all know, Pep used to say when you arrive at Barcelona, he said, guys, my job is to bring you to the other side. I will give you the plan, the weaknesses of a team, the strong point of a team. My job is to bring you from this box, our box, to the next box. After I can't do that, they pay you the big box. You have to make the difference.
Karim Benzema never fails to score, does he, Micah? We saw him put one in again for Real Madrid.
I mean, Karim, what more can I say about him? I've gone from a non-believer to a big believer of Karim. I mean, I've always loved him. But I mean, it's just next level. You know, it's just the run. It was a great pass from Carvajal, Vinicius with a little touch there, but it's his anticipation. He's always there. We talk about his play where he's coming deep and, you know, making a difference with his link-up play, but it's his football intelligence what makes him so great. He's always there. He cannot be in a game for 15, 20 minutes. Next minute, he pops up with his goal.
Look at the numbers. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we know what Alan is doing.
Since 2023, this is as well, isn't it?
It is crazy, but when you think about it, without even thinking of it, this guy is there. And I know we started with 2023, and we're not talking about that because Alan will have been way ahead. We all know that. But look, those guys, those two, and we have to talk about Vinicius Jr. I'm sorry. I mean, Benzema we know. But Vinicius Jr. was just unplayable, and he started it. You know, the understanding that they have is at the minute second to none.
So what's the difference between Vinicius Jr. and Sterling? Why can't Sterling do what Vinicius Jr. is doing?
Look, when I see Vinicius Jr. on the ball, I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking. Sterling is like, you know, he has the ball.
In the microwave.
No, that's a bad one. I'm not putting it like that. You know, you have two types of players. You have the guy that will have, it's about instinct and trying to see what can come off what they're dribbling, and you have a guy that sees before and try to cook and see the path and does execute.
So proactive and reactive.
Yeah, you have different type of guys and the way they play. You know, Eden was instinct. From what he was doing, then he was trying to see. And then you have guys that can see the path and go. Like Vinicius, you can see that he's cooking. He's cooking the player you can see that he has an idea of what he wants to do. You know, so that's for me, I think, the difference.
Speaking of Raheem Sterling, no, okay, we're going to look at Vinicius Jr.
Yeah, it looks like the ball went out, but it doesn't matter. He didn't care. But what I like there, this is what I'm saying. I mean, the ball will go back, as we all know. Benzema is going to get the ball, and I think Modric is going to be very close. But hopefully we can go, if we could go back. I know I'm being a pain here, guys. But this is what I'm saying with Vinicius Jr. If we can go back to the beginning, please. He knows he's not at that moment, and we see Modric nearly scored. But he pushes the ball to pass Reece James. He knows at that moment he's going to lose that race. Look, hey, he knows that's the difference. He knows he's going to lose that race. Now, I'm going to lose it. Okay, I wait, I push again. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. He thinks about what he's doing. Body on you, makes you fall, makes you stumble. He pushes the ball again, he stops, he squares you, he pushes the ball again. That's the difference. He's a thinker. Hey, pushes you, boom, he goes.
I mean, looking at him for the last sort of 2 or 3 years, he's been outstanding in the Champions League. Real Madrid have obviously won the Champions League last season, and I think possibly for the last 4 or 5 years we've had, maybe at Liverpool you've had Sadio Mane, different. You look at Kvaratskhelia now in obviously the Napoli team. I mean, is he the best left winger in the world? If you're picking a world 11, is he in the left wing?
Yes. At the moment, yes. Yes, you have guys that are doing okay at Arsenal right now in the league. Martinelli is coming, but the last 2 years he's been solid. And you know why? Even I will give him him being ahead of others is where he's coming from. From an unwanted guy in a dressing room to a guy that gets kicked around, every time he plays a game, getting booed by the fans, abused with, again, another player. The guy delivers. They're trying to kick him. They wanted him out of the dressing room. He delivers. Now, he looks a tiny bit more like his team, although the captain, Benzema, would have a word to say about that, but the two of them are brilliant.